Hi Pisces, this is your October horoscope for 2018. So let's see what's in store for Pisces for October 2018. We'll start with the beginning of the month, Pisces for October 2018. Okay guys, so this month, Venus retrogrades on October 6th. I apologize if I confused you last month by saying Venus retrograde on September 5th. I was talking about the shadow. Actually, when Venus retrogrades, it's October 6th to November 16th. But the shadow side is from the 5th of September right to December 18th. So apologies for that confused message. Now, I am seeing that, right on the 6th, the Lover's card shows up in your spread. You definitely have relationships on your mind and who you hold dear to you and what you love. Right off the get-go when Venus starts to retrograde. You probably even felt it during that shadow time in September. Like many of us who are super sensitive, you probably felt it then, leading up to Venus actually retrograding. You probably were starting to feel and question the things that you love, the people you love, the relationships that you have, the friends, etc., etc. Now I am seeing that there is another water sign in your life that's not being very trustworthy. You may have just ended a relationship with them or are thinking about it. And having difficulty letting go. This could be another Pisces. It might probably be a Scorpio, or also could be a Cancer. Definitely a romantic person. You're just not feeling like you can trust them in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of romance. It could be a father figure as well, someone that is a mentor or has that father-like energy. So, let's see what else is going on for you guys. I am seeing for sure that new moon that happens on the 8th of October, which is in Libra, brings up some things for you in relation to, what you want to do in your life. So maybe you start to realize that you're procrastinating and that there's a feeling of, not being able to make a choice in terms of what you want or what direction you want to go in. There's even some information that may seem to be hidden from you. You could be getting you are definitely getting some psychic insights, but you're just not trusting your gut. This shows up around the 12th of October. You might have a dream of something, but it's just maybe confusing to you. Maybe you're not familiar with the symbolism of your dreams and or understanding them. It just seems to be like a discord between the insights you're getting and the actual, like how to decode that is sort of a challenge for you this month. Now let's see mid-month what's going on for Pisces. Mid-month, what's going on for Pisces for October. Okay, guys, so mid-month, so around the 10th, I do see that you're taking some steps to ensure your financial future. There's a bit of a lack of confidence. We have the Eight of Swords showing up in terms of believing in yourself and a lack of confidence in knowing that you can get what you want. Maybe you're feeling like you're not completely sure of what you're sensing or feeling again. There might be someone in your life that is blocking you from getting from that confidence. It could be your mother or someone like a mother, maybe a grandmother, an aunt, someone that definitely is an earth sign that is not really in their integrity right now. So earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. they're very practical. They take a practical approach. You know, everything has to be sort of proven. There's no real room for intuition here. And I feel like they're coming down on you in terms of like, what have you done traditionally in terms of securing your family's future? There's some kind of like, I don't know, micromanagement in terms of how you're raising your family, you're taking care of your family, you're financially, materially, that kind of a thing. And you might just be thinking about these things, like maybe this person isn't actually saying anything, but you're feeling it. Particularly because of this Venus retrograde, you're really in tune with, you know, what other people are putting out in relationship to you. And that's in terms of energetics. Now, just changing gears here, we have the Chariot card showing up around the 17th and the 20th of the month. I definitely get a sense that you're taking on way more than your fair share at work. It could be at home as well, because, you know, even if you're staying at a stay-at-home mom, that's work. So you're doing your way too much. You're not asking for help, or maybe you are, and people are just like ignoring you and just not helping you. So let's see what happens for Pisces in terms of the end of October. Pisces, the end of October. Pisces, the end of October. Pisces, the end of October. Okay, so lots going on for you around that full moon. So full moon's on the 24th of October. It's in Taurus. There's something about the moon being opposed by Uranus or something like that that brings up a lot of unexpected feelings for people, maybe even unexpected good and bad things. For you, I feel like that moon really makes you realize how distracted you are and how you're missing opportunities around you. It makes you realize that you're disconnected from a lot of the people you love, even though you're in their presence a lot, just because you're in your head so much. Some of you might experience a lack of fertility. If you're trying to get pregnant, this might be, it might bring up your lack of success in getting pregnant. There's just a lot that comes up here, and I feel it in my heart chakra. There's definitely some bickering and arguments. We have the Five of Swords showing up, and that is a reminder to just walk away from people that are being dishonest in your life. Again, lots of heart stuff. The Five of Pentacles shows up, maybe some resources, like the moon makes you realize the lack of resources that you might have. It's followed by the Empress, which can also mean not only infertility in reverse, but also just, that you haven't been taking action, that your creativity is stagnated. It could mean that as well. The end of the month, very end of the month, brings up feelings of, that you need. This card is coming up for everyone this month. The Four of Winter, the Four of Swords, and it's mostly coming up in reverse for everyone too, where it's just indicating like you need more sleep, you need to meditate, go to nature, like clear your space. Like Venus retrograding isn't a time to really be in groups of people, and it's not really a time to connect with other people because we're all processing feelings about our relationships, and mainly the relationship with ourselves. And if you don't take the time to honor that, then it's just going to make things really difficult for our actual relationships, because people aren't really in let's go party and be together mood. They're really thinking a lot and contemplating a lot. Like, the planets retrograding don't do this to punish us, they do this to help us to grow. And if we fight that growth, then it's just going to be more painful. If we just go with the current, then it's going to make things a lot easier. So again, lots going on in the heart chakra for you guys around that full moon. So just heads up about that. With this Five of Swords coming up, This card's about fighting with people from ego. You know, like, you know you're right, and you probably are right, but fighting people about it is just going to create discord. So there's really no point in going in that direction. If you know someone's in the wrong, sometimes people just don't care, and there's really no point in wasting all your energy trying to make them see the truth of why they should care. Like, they just don't. So just leave it, move on, because ultimately, if you do choose that battle, it's going to deplete your energy. You know, it could even like take a toll on your physical health. It's going to take you away from the people that do matter to you, because energetically you're going to be thinking about that argument, that battle. You know, it might feel like a win in the moment, but it ultimately is a loss, because it won't feel good to have defeated someone in that way, if that makes sense. Let's just see. For sure, the full moon is going to bring up some financial stuff for you guys, and maybe, you know, what you need to bring, you know, more attention to in terms of getting your finances on track. It could even bring up, like I said, health issues, or, you know, maybe you realize that you want to take on something different to make yourself healthier. Just brings up for you things that need to change, for sure. And it could come unexpectedly. You might, because it's showing like, you know, you're feeling pretty good mid-month, maybe a little bit working too hard and taking on too much at work, but then it kind of takes a turn right around that full moon. The whole bottom row of cards is all about the moon. It's all focused on, for you Pisces, how that moon affects you. And see if there's any other messages for Pisces for the month of October. Any other messages for Pisces for the month of October? Your desire is within reach. Have faith, as everything is working in your favor. So keep that in mind when you go through this month, that, you know, faith is a huge thing. Like, a lot of people underestimate the power of faith, but when you have faith that everything's working out fine in the midst of chaos, when everything comes up and all the things become revealed and to you of what isn't fine, knowing that ultimately you will be fine is really your ticket out of that mess. Because, you know, these things that rise to the surface this month are there to show you what needs to change, and that's it. Don't get hung up on, oh my God, and go down into that whole downward spiral into nowhere. Like, really hold on to the knowing that everything is going to be fine in the end. And think of it as a blessing when you realize the things that need to change. I know that that's really cliche, but honestly, that's the best thing you can do when we get faced with all of the things that need to change, especially if there's a lot of things that you've been ignoring for a really long time. And I am feeling like there's a lot going on here that you haven't been paying attention to. So in the next, you know, these moon phases and Venus retrograding is probably going to be harder on you than, you know, than someone that's been doing the work. Now, if you are a Pisces and you've been doing the work and following your guidance and not ignoring the messages, then you should be fine. And that's basically why it's important to do the work every day and not let it build up to the point where, you know, you have all this pressure here. I hope that that helps you. If you need a more personal reading for this month, definitely reach out. I'm here. Information's below to contact me. Share this with your friends if you find it very helpful, and definitely subscribe. I will see you here next month. Take care.